African dance constitutes one of the most revealing expressions of the African life and soul. In Uganda, this tradition also serves as a source of inspiration for young artists trying to find their creative voice in the modern world. Today on Million Ways to Live, we're in Kampala, Uganda, where contemporary dancer Jonas Byaruhanga blends modern and traditional to create his own style of expressive movement.
I consider myself an African contemporary dancer because my movement, my influence is really African dance, and most of the movements that I select come from African dance.
From praying to God for a good harvest to celebrating newlyweds, dancing has played an important role in the Ugandan culture for centuries. Many African modern dancers started their training as traditional dancers in their own tribe. For them, it is imperative to preserve the history in dancing as the art form itself evolves in the 21st century.
I think it's important to keep on with African traditional dances because it's a referral point. Whenever you don't know where you're going, you go back a little bit where you started in order to find your way. When I go back to my traditional dances, to my roots, I keep going back and pocketing some of that inspiration.
Unlike traditional dancing, the meaning behind modern dance can be difficult to interpret. Without a clear method of explanation, modern dancers feel like the messages behind their art form are often misunderstood by the audience. But to Jonas, that isn't always a bad thing.
Think of contemporary dance as a painting that you want to read. The perceptions might be different, and contemporary dance also speaks to you in different ways. So my dance pieces that I create are normally centered around social issues related to our lives here in Uganda. But you might look at it as different. And that's okay as well, because then we're creating a dialogue together. We're speaking with each other without saying a word.
Jonas teaches weekly classes at Uganda's National Theatre. Despite every fiber of my body practically seizing up with fear, I somehow shut out the mental chatter in my head and jumped into my very first African dance class.
Sometimes I think people are scared of moving. They don't want to be humiliated. They don't want to make a fool of themselves. They think they don't have dance within them. Yeah, it's true. Some people can look ridiculous when they're dancing. But if they take trouble to learn just a little bit and have that awareness of their bodies, then maybe it could work.
Every new choreographing class Jonas teaches is an attempt to build something new on top of a solid cultural foundation he has inherited from his ancestors. To him, dancing isn't just an art form reserved for the gifted, but rather an activity to be shared by the entire community. This belief is the basis of Jonas's artistic voice and the source of his creative endeavors.